Hey, what is up guys? GuitarRock here, welcome back to another Nikke Goddess of Victory video. Alright, plenty of things have resurfaced. First things first, if you guys are not aware, we have a new event coming this particular week in about 2 more days. However, this video we're going to focus on 2 things. Number 1, Red Hood skin is going to be free, so make sure you guys, log in to claim. This is going to be a costume that looks not only magnificent and it's also called Nonsense Red. Alright, that's a very interesting name. So log in on 19th and then you have like 1 month period to claim this particular costume or skin for free. But today's highlight is going to be about this character right here called Rouge. Alright, so we're gonna try to focus a little bit more on her because she has a kit release. So let's jump into it. Now, if you guys want to see the animation, alright, so this is going to be how it looks like. Okay.
Just kidding.
So this is going to be the skin that everybody gets. Now, even if you don't have Red Hood, you should still log in and claim first. I want to look at the animation or the burst animation. I think it's going to look pretty cool, similar to Modernia's burst animation, which I believe you guys might have seen before, which is this one, right? So you're going to get this particular one for free as well, which is pretty cool. Now let's talk about the patch, because the highlight is going to be for this new character called Rouge. Now, how strong is she? Spoiler alert, I think she's going to be broken. Alright, so I'm going to explain to you guys why. We're going to look at the kit, but you can see her concept. She's a sniper rifle, as you guys can see. Alright, pretty straightforward. Nothing like excessive right there. In terms of her clothing, she seems pretty normal. Alright, and the gun seems a little bit too big for her. Now she's going to be part of the 777 squad. Now we have talked about this before. That means you can pair her with Blanc and Noir, and it's going to be able to execute the proper burst better, right? That means you might not need Blanc and Noir together anymore, which is going to be very, very cool. So you can see when she activates the full burst, you get this, the ground there has that spade logo going around. Okay, so first up, she's going to be a burst 1, okay? Burst 1 is going to be where it's at. And one unique thing that she has that I'm going to mention straight up is the cooldown of burst skill. So, cooldown of burst skill or CDR, alright, cooldown reduction, alright, short form for that. A lot of people have been, trying to collect as many of these characters as possible because these are what makes a lot of characters strong, especially in burst 1. Now, if you guys are lacking in the CDR or cooldown reduction or cooldown characters generally, you want to be able to obtain them. Now, why is cooldown very important? Again, pretty straightforward. Your characters are going to usually perform the burst 1, burst 2, burst 3, and then they're going to use their burst skills. Now, usually if this cooldown can be reduced, that means you will be able to burst more often. Alright, therefore resulting in usually more damage, more healing, more shield, whatever your burst skill is. Alright, especially if you have like a meta character, that's going to be extremely crucial. Now, here's the truth about cooldown characters. So right now we don't really have much option. The best one is going to be Lita. Now, she's probably still one of the best, and can Rouge compete with her, right? It's going to be something that's like very complicated. We also have other niche options like the Killer Wife. Alright, so the Killer Wife is one of the more well-known options as well, and she's going to be pretty good overall. She also has a very similar concept right here. You can see immediately she has this cooldown reduced by 6 seconds at level 7, and I think 7 seconds if you max it out to level 10. So very cool. And then you have characters like Volume. Volume is also a cooldown character right here on this particular skill. It reduced this cooldown, but you gotta burst 3 times, right, to get these stacks up. And another one that a lot of players struggling to obtain because she's a pilgrim, that's gonna be Dorothy. Dorothy also has burst cooldown right here. You can see, right, cooldown of burst skills. So we got Dorothy, we got Lita, we got the Killer Wife, and we got Volume. So these are the prominent ones on burst 1. Did I miss any? There are some other ones on burst 2, for example. So we have the likes of Dola on burst 2, and also Swimsuit Helm. But burst 2, the slot is going to be quite difficult, right, because you want to have like usually some sort of more utility into it. Now, Rouge is going to basically give you a lot of options as players, right? It's going to give you the flexibility. Alright, this cooldown burst on burst 1, usually they are going to be meta. But this cooldown alone is not enough to make her meta. So let's look at her other skills, right? So you can see her skill 1 activates when attacking with full charge 8 times, affects all allies. So what is this going to do? Everybody is going to get max HP increased by 5% of the caster's max HP without restoring HP. So you're going to get HP boost. Alright, ideally this is not going to be too bad, and it's going to affect all allies. Now HP boost usually will be able to help you take a little bit more damage if you need to, and I can see how this is good if you pair with some other characters that, you know, perhaps their thing scales off HP. For example, something like Crown's shield, right? You can see because her shield scales off final max HP, and final is calculated based upon you know, effects triggered during battle as well. So you can see this is going to help characters like Crown make her shield even better. So there's a lot of potential or a lot of capability of you trying to do that. Now, her skill 2 coin flip activates when assigned to the back row, so we're going to try to zoom in because the words are a bit small. Affects self and 2 allies on both sides. Alright, so what is this going to do? Attack damage increased by 6.65%. So when you do full charge for 30 times, self and 2 allies on both sides, when in sword coin status, you're also going to get damage taken reduction, alright, 15.2%, and also max HP increased by 15% of caster's max HP. Alright, so this 6.65% attack damage increase seems to be something that's permanent. So it seems to be pretty decent. And then let's look at the last one, which is the Game Master burst skill. She has a 20 seconds cooldown. Now this is where it gets interesting, right? She has an attack increase by 15%. Okay, for all allies when she bursts, and also everybody is gonna get the max HP increase. Alright, 10%. Alright, if you have the sword coin status, 20%, and also up to 30% if you got the double sword coin status. Very, very interesting, very cool. Now, is she going to be meta? So far, it seems like she is going to be really, really strong. Alright, with the cooldown burst reduction of 7 seconds. Alright, again, competing with D Killer Wife in that sense. And if you guys are not aware, D Killer Wife is like the top tier of the you know, burst 1 character, as you can see listed in Breed 1. Now, one good thing about her kit is there's no such thing as you need to pair her with either Blanc or Noir. You don't really need to do that. And that's, I think, in my humble opinion, a good thing, so that you don't have to like disturb the Blanc and Noir in the separate team. You can put those two in another team, and you can basically, she's quite flexible in that sense, right? She doesn't have that strict requirement in terms of team building. So that's going to be one good thing that you can basically think of. Now, if you compare her directly with D Killer Wife right now, you can straight up see that D Killer Wife has really similar stuff. For example, the D Killer Wife's skill 1 is going to increase pierce damage. Now, this is cool if you put in a sniper rifle team, whereas Rouge going to be able to increase everybody's max HP. That's something that you can see pretty much consistent. Now, cooldown of burst skill of 7 seconds, that's going to be pretty much the same. And one good thing here is for D Killer Wife, she has an attack damage increased by 5% for 10 seconds, alright, when you do those full charge thing. Whereas for Rouge right here, 6.65% increase in attack damage. As it comes to the burst skill, right, so for D Killer Wife, she has the damage dealt when attacking core increase, and also attack increase as well. So this is going to be reflected upon the percentage right here, and you can see Rouge has a slightly better increased attack percent of 15.07% compared to 12.1%. So I feel like she can compete with D Killer Wife, or she might be, you know, in some situation a better version of her. Now, positioning seems to be very important because skill 2 affects self and 2 allies on both sides. So ideally, when you are positioning her, you want to put her in the middle and 2 DPS on the left and right? So that they both benefit from all of these perks as well. So one more thing that I can see perhaps that might happen is maybe this will bring 2B back into the meta. Now, 2B is a collab character that's exclusively very, very unique because she's one of the few characters, as far as I know, that scales off HP directly, or final max HP in that case. Okay, you can see right here. Alright, so for 2B, she has this ability right here, activates when entering self-battle, where her attack is going to increase based upon the final max HP. Now this is going to be very important because, you know, for this girl right here, she has the ability to increase max HP. So there's a chance that some characters might be able to shift back into the meta because of that. So that's going to be something that I'll be very curious to try out and test out and see. However, I am aware that plenty of players would rather save for the upcoming Pilgrim that's coming possibly end of next month. Going to be something that we both have to consider as well. So yeah, I don't think Rouge is going to be a bad character. I think she's, in fact, might be somewhat solid. I think at the end of the day, tier list wise, she's probably going to be either in the SSS or in the SS category. So one of these two categories. So depending on where she fits in, I think if they give her like a full heal, she will be straight up broken. But so far right now, all her skills are going to increase caster's max HP without healing without restoring the HP. So there's a chance that you are still going to require a healer. But I can see like if you pair her with Crown, that's going to improve Crown's shield in a way more effective manner, right? Who knows, maybe like with that you don't really need any more healer in that particular team. So yeah, with that being said, that's gonna be it for this particular video. Let me know what you guys think of this character overall. Are you guys pulling? Are you guys skipping? Because anniversary is coming really soon. As always, I'll see you guys again. Hopefully when she comes out, I'm gonna pull and test, try her out and see how it goes. With that being said, subscribe, give this video a like if you guys haven't already. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a nice day. Goodbye.